Hello everyone, in this video we're going to explore the angle pairs. Now adjacent angles are two coplanar angles with a common side, a common vertex and no common inferior points. Alright, look at the example right here. Adjacent angle are angle 1 and angle 2, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 3 and angle 4, angle 1 and angle 4, angle 5 and angle 6, angle 6 and angle 7, angle 7 and angle 8, angle 5 and angle 8. Now angle bisector is a ray that divides an angle into two equal angles. So, for example, I have the angle BAC equals 60 degrees. Now, I have the angle bisector right here. This ray is AD. Split the angle BAC into two halves. The top one is 30 degrees. The bottom one is 30 degrees. Complementary angles are two angles whose measures have a sum of 90 degrees. Now I'm going to show you a trick how to memorize this one. Look at the first letter right here, C. You just put the line right here, and it's going to be 90 degrees, right? Look at this one right here. So, suppose I have the angle 1 right here and angle 2 right here. This guy is 40 degrees. This guy is 50 degrees. If I'm going to add this guy up, it's going to be 90 degrees, right? So it's called complementary angles, right? Now, supplementary angles are two angles whose measures have a sum of 180 degrees. Again, look at the first letter right here, S, right? Write S over here, put the line right here, put 1, 0. This is 180 degrees, right? So, look at this one right here, angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary, right? Because they add up to 180 degrees. This guy is the straight angle, right? Angle 2 and angle 3 are supplementary, right? Angle 3, angle 4 are supplementary. Angle 4, angle 1 are supplementary. Similarly, angle 6, angle 7 are supplementary. Angle 7, angle 8 are supplementary. Angle 8, angle 5 are supplementary. Angle 5, angle 6 are supplementary, right? Now, linear pair. Linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. The sum of angles of a linear pair always equals 180 degrees. So, angle 1 and angle 2 are linear pairs. Angle 2, angle 3 are linear pair. Angle 3, angle 4 are linear pair. And angle 4, angle 1 are linear pair, right? Similarly for 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Now, vertical angles are two angles whose sides are opposite rays and their measures are equal. Alright, so angle 5 and angle 7 right here are vertical angles, so they are the same. Angle 8 and angle 6 are vertical angles. Angle 1, angle 3 are vertical angles. Angle 4, angle 2 are vertical angles. Now, corresponding angles are two angles which are formed in corresponding corner with the transversal when two parallel lines are intersected by any other line and their measures are equal. Alright, so corresponding angle are angle 1 and angle 5. So angle 1 congruent to angle 5. Angle 4, angle 8 angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7. Alternate interior angles are two angles on the inner side of each of those two lines, but on opposite sides of the transversal, and their measure are equal. Alright, so look at this one, inner side only. So inner is right here. This one is outer. This is outer. So we just focus on angle 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, right? This one right here, angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. So angle 3 is the same thing as angle 5, right? Angle 4 and angle 6 right here, right? Now alternate exterior angles are located on opposite sides of the transversal, diagonal from one another, and their measure are equal. So again, this one is the inner location, right? This one is outer location. This one outer location, right? So alternate exterior angle, we're going to talk about the outer location, right? So it's going to be angle 1 and angle 7, right? Angle 2 and angle 8. That's it, right? Now we're going to talk about the same side interior angles. Same side interior angles are two angles on the inner and same side of the transversal, and they add up to 180 degrees. So look at this one right here. Angle 4 and angle 5 are same side interior angles, right? Because this one is inner and this one is outer right here, right? Angle 3 and angle 6 add up to 180 degrees because they are same side interior angles, right? Now same side exterior angles are two angles on the outer and same side of the transversal, and they add up to 180 degrees, right? So the outers right here, and they on the same side, right? So which means angle 7, angle 2, right? Add up to 180 degrees. Angle 8 and angle 1 add up to 180 degrees, right? Now, example number 1, find the value of s in the following figure. Alright, we're going to use addition angle postulate, right? This angle and this angle equals this guy, right? Because you have the right in the middle right here, right? So we have 3s minus 2 equals 48 at 16, right? So it could be 3s minus 2 equals 64, right? Add 2 both sides, so 3s equals 66, divide both sides by 3, s equals 22, right? Example number 2, find the value of each angle in the following figure. Again, we're going to use addition angle postulate, right? So we have 5s minus 19 plus 2s plus 5 equals 119, right? We're going to combine like terms. 5s add 2s could be 7s. Negative 19 add 5, negative 14 equals 119. Add 14 both sides, so 7s equals 133, right? Divide both sides by 7, so s equals 19, right? Now, unlike example number 1, the question only asks you to solve for s, right? Example number 2, the question asks you to find the value of each angle, right? So we're not done yet. We need to substitute this guy back over here for s to find the measure of each angle, right? So we have 5 times 19 minus 19, right? It's going to be 95 minus 19, right? And it's going to be 76 degrees, right? So this one is 76, right? Now for this angle right here, we can substitute 19 for s, so it can be 2 times 19 plus 5. It's going to be 38 plus 5. It's going to be 43. Or you can take 119 right here, subtract 76, you still get 43, right? Now example number 3. Use the diagram at the right to solve for s. And observe that this angle right here, angle A and angle B right here are vertical angles, right? Now vertical angle, we have the letter V right here. So if you extend the vertex right here, so you can this one. So this one and this one are vertical angles. Or this guy and this guy are vertical angles. Look like this one, right? So this one is the best way for you to memorize the vertical angles, right? So since the vertical angles are congruent, right, by the theorem, right? So we have s plus 30 equals 3s plus 7, right? Now we're gonna subtract s both sides, so we have 3s subtract s, it could be 2s, right? And we're gonna subtract 7 both sides, so it could be 30 subtract 7, it could be 23, right? So we're gonna divide both sides by 2, s equals 11.5. Now substitute 11.5 for s into each of this one right here, right? To solve for the measure of angle A and B, right? So measure of angle A is 11.5 plus 30 equals 41.5 degrees, and angle B equals 3 times 11.5 plus 7. It's going to be 41.5 degrees, right? Now example number 4. What is the measure of the missing angles s right here? Now you know that this angle right here at this angle right here at this angle right here equals 180 degrees, right? Because they are supplementary, right? So we have 55 plus s plus 45 equals 180 degrees, right? So it's going to be s plus 100 equals 180 degrees. Subtract 100 both sides, so s equals 80 degrees, right? Now example number 5. We're gonna solve for s using this diagram, right? This angle right here and this angle right here are linear pairs, right? So if they are linear pair, they add up to 180 degrees, right? S plus 11 plus 3s plus 7 equals 180, right? So combine like terms s and 3s, it could be 4s, right? 11 and 7 is going to be 18 equals 180 degrees, right? Subtract 18 both sides, so we have 4s equals 162, right? Divide both sides by 4, so s equals 40.5, right? Now find the measure of each angle. We're going to substitute this guy into this angle right here to solve for A and B, right? So measure of angle A equals 40.5 plus 11. It's going to be 51.5. Measure of angle B equals 3 times 40.5 plus 7. It's going to be 128.5, right? Now example number 6. We need to solve for s using this diagram, right? Observe that angle A and angle B are complementary angles, right? So they add up to 90 degrees, right? So we have 3s plus 9 plus 2s minus 4 equals 90, right? And then combine like terms, this could be 5s plus 5 equals 90, right? Subtract 5 both sides. 5s equals 85. Divide both sides by 5. So s equals 17, right? Now find the measure of each angle. Substitute 17 for s into this guy right here to solve for angle A and B, right? So the measure of angle A equals 3 times 17 plus 9, right? It's going to be 60, right? And angle B equals 2 times 17 minus 4. It's going to be 30 degrees, right? Now example number 7. What is the measure of the missing angles indicated, right? So we need to find this guy and this guy, right? Observe that this guy and this guy are corresponding angles. So they are the same, right? Now we're going to subtract 5s both sides, so we have s equals 10, right? Substitute 10 for s into this. We have 60 degrees and 60 degrees right here, right? So we have 6 times 10 equal 60, right? And 5 times 10 plus 10 equals 60 degrees. Now example number 8. What are the measure of the missing angles indicated? Now observe that this angle and this angle are the same because they are alternate interior angles, right? Now we're going to subtract 3s both sides, so we have 2s equals, add 54 both sides, so it could be 70, right? Divide both sides by 2, so s equals 35, right? Now we're going to substitute 35 for s into each of this one. So we have the first angle, 5 times 35 minus 54. It's going to be 121 degrees, right? And the second one, 3 times 35 plus 16, still 121 degrees, right? Now, example number 9. What is the measure of the missing angles indicated? Observe that this guy right here and this guy right here are same side interior angles. So they add up to 180 degrees, right? Plus s is going to be 2s. 89 plus 109 is going to be 198 equals 180, right? So we have 2s equals negative 18, right? Divide both sides by 2, so s equals negative 9, right? Substitute negative 9 for s into this one. We have negative 9 plus 109 is going to be 100 degrees. And the second one, negative 9 plus 89 is going to be 80 degrees, right? Now the last one. What is the measure of the missing angles indicated? Alright, so first we're going to use this guy and this guy, right? This and this are vertical angles, they are congruent, right? We're going to add 4s both sides, so we have 9s, right? And add 18 both sides, so we have 180 right here, right? So s equals 20, right? Substitute 20 for s into each of this one right here. So we have the angle 162 minus 4 times 20. It's going to be 162 minus 80. It's going to be 82, right? And the second one, 5 times 20 minus 18, right? It's going to be 100 minus 18 is still 82. Makes sense, right? Because this one the same, right? Now to find this one right here, we know that this guy and this guy are corresponding angles, right? So they are the same, right? This one right here equals 82, right? So we have 7y plus 19 equals 82, right? Now we're going to subtract 19 both sides, so we have 7y equals 63. Divide both sides by 7, so y equals 9, right? Now, since the question just want you to find the measure of each angle right here, so you don't need to solve for the variable, right? But if the question want you to find the value of s and y, and then you need to solve for s and y, right? So in this situation, I just conclude that this angle equals 82 because this one and this one are the same. They are corresponding angle, right? and it's your time to start. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.